Howdy. Why don't you say hello? Hello! I'm gonna keep this short, precise, elegant. Pancakes. I remember this one sweater that my mom bought me in the 6th grade. Okay? It was a forest green Bugle Boy sweater with a navy blue stripe tearing across the pectorals. It was bold. Maybe a little too bold. But it was the perfect amount of bold. All the kids at school had awesome sweaters. I mean, they might have not been bold. You know, they might have been more italicized. If I got this sweater, there would have been no way ladies could take their eyes off this spicy joy of a boy with his fast rhymes and killer dimes. I always took dimes to school. I like chocolate milk. Kill me. I convinced my mom to get me the sweater by simply stating, "Let me be bold." She looked at me like, chuckling like, "You are such a strange boy." I got the sweater. And I got home and I wanted to try it on so bad. So there I am, looking in the mirror at probably the worst fitting sweater ever in the history of ever. It rode up to the equator on me right here. And back then, I mean, it wasn't very flattering to have a sweater this up here. In the 6th grade, I looked like a potato. I had the shape of a potato. On the side, I had 2 little bunches. And the bunches, you only look like fins. You know, all the ladies would scream at me because what did I look like? You know, like a freaking, I look like a 2-finned potato land shark walking around, sputting through the school. Their boyfriend comes up, starts yapping. "Oh, Mr. Sweater Shock in the neighborhood! Jameson! Look at Mr. Sweater Shock all in the neighborhood! In the penny loafer, look, walking in the strut. Whoa! Why didn't you ever talk to me, Jameson? Why didn't you ever talk to me? I'm sitting here trying to come up with fresh water jokes and you, oh! Jameson, you get that one? Do you see what I just did there? I said fresh water in the land shark. Oh, it always stays fresh. It always stays fresh. You know, the moral of the story was I didn't expect it to be made out of, like, burlap, and I broke out into hives. Not only was it the worst fitting sweater, I broke out in hives. I was allergic to either the dyes or whatever it was made out of, but I wasn't the problem. It was the sweater. It was the sweater. I'm too weird to wear normal sweatwear. It can't happen. You know, and last year we experimented with sweaters, you know, to kind of bridge the gap for people like me who could actually wear sweaters that conformed to their inner jelly. But this year, we are on thine quest to make it a safe haven, that thine shown to be true, that we will not go quietly in thy night. We will not vanquish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. For today, we celebrate our Independence Day. Medium armor, also known as the vintage crew neck. This kind of sweater's for the everyday dork. It actually says, "Stand clear, because I'm playing here." Here where? Everywhere. Heavy armor, the classic hoodie. For the individual that seeks answers not in life, but in sweaters. Light armor, the elite hoodie. For the individual who has dealings in both worlds. The hood grants thine access into thy dorky realm. And whence thy goes into the other world, you pass silently, like an assassin. Too amazing to be! Female armor! The 80s female sweater! For the woman who likes to show off her shoulder. And for the guy who likes seeing it. I don't know what it is about seeing an exposed shoulder, but yeah, $350. $350. I'm golden brown. These sweaters aren't for everybody. They're only for the dorks, the nerds, geek weeks, the bold. If you don't fall in any of those categories, I'm sorry. These sweaters aren't for you. And if you get one, and you're not one of these, it is like an Indian burn to my chi that could very well bring the end of days to sweaters. If you're unsure, we're gonna do a test. So I'm gonna hold up a picture. You're gonna tell me what you think of. If you get the answer right, you're approved. Here's the first one. If you're thinking screwdriver, pat yourself on the back because you're wrong, okay? The bold immediately thinks sonic screwdriver. That was the correct answer, sonic screwdriver. Reboot. If you immediately thought of the Toonami show Reboot, you may pass into the warm embrace of a dorky sweater, for you are elitely bold and approved. If you're thinking that this is some kind of strange domino, or maybe somebody just died, you would be right to leave now, because you're wrong, okay? This is actually a phaser beam from a standard issue Starfleet phaser rifle. If you got that right, approved. What could this be? If you're thinking it's a beautiful solar-powered star, you would be negatively charged wrong, because it is actually an aerial view of a Reese's. Aerial view of a Reese's is the correct answer. Portal 2. If you got that right, you may pass. The most beautiful thing you have ever seen. My calf. If you got any of those right, you passed! So on that note, cue the dancing.
Just past circumstance, the first light, a second chance, no child.